Good afternoon. Welcome to my channel. Today is the 24th of July 2021. It's a Saturday afternoon. I'm a bit late today. My sock project is coming along. I had to take it apart, start all over again, as was to be expected. So we are continuing working on Diamond Arts Club's wool gathering. Very big canvas, very beautiful canvas, coming along very well. How are you doing today? What are your plans for the weekend? It's a nice warm summer day over here, mostly sunny. I hope we don't get another heat wave. We already had two, although it is July, where actually August is the hottest month. It was surprising that we got the heat waves in June. Now let me see, this is, okay, these are the little triangles, and that's a little parentheses over there, sort of. So I have to be careful over here. Okay. And then, okay, that's, yeah, we go right there. This is the top part of the canvas. We did the bottom part already over there. This is where the sheep are. That's why it's called wool gathering, I presume, because they take the wool from the sheep. Okay, let me see, I'm gonna have to take out my magnifying glass. These two symbols. Okay, so what I see is, put it in the wrong place. Yeah, that's what I see. So let's get those out of there. Okay, these are fine over here. Okay, that's a little triangle, and that's a little triangle in the corner. And then from what I can see, we have a whole roll of triangles. This is some tree branches hanging over, and this is the meadow where the sheep are grazing, I presume, because they look like they're grazing. Okay, so we have to pick out the symbols, the little triangle in the corner, not to get it confused with, which is another green color, which is the parentheses. I see these are a little bit unruly over here, but we will straighten them out as we go along. Don't worry about it. Let me see. And what do we have here? Why are you sticking out there? Okay. You're being very uncooperative here. It's one of the diamonds. I just put you in your place. Okay. I've been fixing the edging on this, and it keeps on going back. So I'm really not going to do much of anything with it until I turn the canvas. And if I have to, then I will put a little bit, well, how should I say it? Take a toothpick, and with a special glue, just make a thin line because maybe the glue is not holding over there in that particular spot. And that's why that particular diamond keeps on moving away. But then I will wait when the rest gets in their place, because that usually shoves the unruly ones where they are supposed to be. Okay, now, this is enough of dumping. Let's just get organized over here. This is what happens when you get out of your daily routine. For me, well, like I told you, I'm on my sock knitting project. Actually, it's going to be like a sneaker sock, you know, short sock. Or you can call it a slipper sock, you know, for inside the house. I had to take it apart. I got confused with the German short rows. So it's a good thing to go back to the crafts that you learned. For myself, I'm talking, because I almost forgot how to do it, and I did spend a lot of time learning how to knit socks on 5 needles. So it looks like I'm back on track, because the third try turned out okay. So I have decided to make it a short sock that I can use now. You know, we don't need such a heavy one. And I have another one already cast on and started, which is a toe-up sock. The one that I did the short rows with is from the Kaftan. Okay, now there's one drill over here that's being completely difficult. What's your problem? You don't like it in there? You don't like your space, or what? Okay, let me just get these straightened out. I mean, being very unruly over here. I don't know what this problem is, but it's still being very difficult. Okay, time to get violent. Let me see. Click. I want to hear. Yes, there we go. All we have to do is show the tweezers and it decides to behave. Okay, let's get back to our little triangles. Actually, I could have put out the other symbol, and that's 3 over there instead of a 4. Okay. So what's your opinion? How do you like this canvas so far? Or what are you working on? Do you have any summer projects, or have you decided to just take summer off? And this is what I mean about these symbols. Okay. Yeah. Okay, here we go this way. So this is a meadow. On the top there's some trees hanging down. And there's a little woolies. Yes, I presume that's why it's called wool gathering. Because wool comes from the adorable little sheep. My freezer is making weird noises. It's toward the end of the month, so You know, this is a time that comes to washing out the drawers and everything. Because the first part of the month we stock up the pantry. There we go. I still love to diamond paint along with some of the fellow diamond painters on YouTube. I like the nice long videos that I don't have to, you know, change all the time, and I can just go ahead and diamond paint along with them. Actually, I would say they're still faster than I am. Maybe because I have so many projects going at the same time. But that should keep you interested. And believe me, if I see something new, it's like, and I don't know how to do it, it's like I have to learn it. Especially if something that caught my interest, you know, I'm like, okay, I am not quitting until I know how to do this. That's what I was doing with the sock yesterday. I go, I already learned how to do this. Now, what's the matter that I keep on making the same mistake? And then I realized that actually the mistake was a different way of pulling up the first half of the short rows, you know, where you pull up extra stitches. I was doing it a completely different way than what I first learned. And that's why it just didn't snap into my head. And then what I wanted to do was separate it into two needles because it was too much on one needle, you know, for the heel. And there are longer double-pointed needles. I start at number 4 needles, and I was working with 3.5 needles, but those were the shorter ones. And, you know, after a while, there was so many stitches on one needle that it kept on falling off, and then I lost in the second part. You know, we just have to knit 1 or purl 1 after the double stitch and then turn around. Yeah, but I divided it onto 2 needles instead of having it out on 1 needle. For those that knit socks, they know what I mean. And then I got totally confused. Okay, so I said, well, after the stitches started dropping off, at first I was catching them, and then it was such it was just a no-go. I said, oh, this looks a mess, you know, I mean, I'm not going to continue with this, because even for room slippers, you know, where you don't really care how it looks, I mean, nobody's going to see it. No. I mean, if I put time in it to do something, I will do it well. So I said, okay, if I'm relearning it, then this is all wrong. So back to the drawing board, back to looking at more videos. Finally, I found one. I said, yes, this is what I remember. Actually, after that, it was easy, just like the first time. Once I figured out what I did wrong, well, what I did wrong was I made the first half twice. No, that doesn't work. And I just couldn't figure out what I was doing wrong. Well, what I did wrong was you're not supposed to start the second half at the end, but you start at the middle after the second stitch marker. So when I started this morning, I already had it down to, I didn't have to look at the videos or the paper or anything else. I like to have a written pattern, even if I'm watching, you know, the videos as to how to do it. I rather have a written pattern. So I said, oh, this is so easy. This is what I was doing wrong. I was getting frustrated last night. You know, I'm like, why is this not working? So I didn't do any wrapping or anything else. What I did was I just pulled the stitch up and I made it into double stitch. And this is what I learned in the first place. So this other method was totally foreign to me. And the result was a complete mess. So I said, well, okay, we tried. This is not going to work. So I'm about halfway down the foot part. So I've done the heel. It's a top-down one. And after that, because this is a thicker yarn with larger needles, and then after that, I will do the toe-up sock, which is a thinner needle, thinner yarn, cotton yarn, and smaller needles. I figured by that time, I will have the short row down to a pad, you know, because it will jar my memory. Once I got the instructions, how I did it in the original ones. I made a lot of socks, and I made a lot of baby socks and, you know, hats and everything like that, where I had to use short rows, and even the little leggings that I made for the baby, had to use short rows on the little bum bum. So I was surprised. Honestly, I was just totally exhausted, and my mind just went, leave me alone, let me rest. You know, once in a while your mind goes, time out. Well, I think my mind decided to go for a walk or something. Well, the result of the heat exhaustion that I had was that I cannot go out when it's 30 degrees. I have to go out early morning or at night. So until the next blood test, not allowed to go in the sun and, you know, things like that. I didn't think it was that serious, but anyway. I guess it's a photo precaution, so I don't get sick in the middle of the street again. Actually, I told hubby, just let me sit on the bench, you know. I already had some cold water, you know, trying to cool down my body. I did have a temperature, and the doctor from the ambulance said it's from the heat exhaustion. Well, my blood sugar went back to totally normal, so actually the doctor was right. It was, actually it was dehydrated. I thought so because, I mean, my clothes were soaked through. Very weird. Never had that happen before. Okay. I have no idea what color these little lambs are. The little woolly lambs. Actually, once you start doing some of the figures in the canvas, I have noticed that the canvas starts to come to life. From what I can see is, this is an hourglass, But I'm going to take my magnifying glass and double check because, yep, it is an hourglass. So the woolly sheepy, are sort of a tan color. Okay, let's take a look at what our little lambs are. And the A, where's the A? Hello. I don't see anything like that. Are you sure it's an A? Because it's sideways. Ah. Well, weird looking sheep, let me tell you. Well, let's see what we can make out of it. Yeah, I know. Leave it to me to walk out of the camera. It's a 3 right there. Let me see. So, that's our first lamb over there. And it definitely is grazing in the meadow. And that's my opinion, I'm sticking to it. Okay. And that's there. Well, let's see if we can make a lamb out of this. And then it wants, yeah, I see. Okay, so I guess it's lighter on the top because that's where the wool is, I presume. Pretty color. Actually, I have not seen sheep in a long time, so I wouldn't be able to tell you what color they are. But I suppose it's lighter on the top because that's where the wool is. And of course the wool needs to be washed. Not too much, because if you wash the lanolin out of the wool, then it loses its water resistant property. But you do need to wash it. I don't know how to do it. I honestly don't. I don't want to say anything too stupid. I mean, you're used to me saying silly things, but that would be really ridiculous to pretend I know what I'm talking about. I know nothing about, sheep. It tastes good. I know how to cook it. That's about it. What is this? Now you're being difficult. This is the third time I'm putting you in your place. This particular diamond. Stay there. It doesn't want to stay there. It wants to escape. Hell-bent on escaping. I don't know why, but it wants to do that. Okay, and then it was a percent sign, but it isn't actually, or maybe it's a weird looking percent sign. I have no idea. Okie doke. There's all different colors of tan and whatever. Upside down. Wow, the first lamp seems to be more detailed than the other ones, in my opinion. I'm concentrating. Well, it was supposed to be a full placer, but it wasn't. Okay, and then the feet of our lamp is what? Is one that goes down like that. Where's that one that goes down like that? I wish I knew, but I don't. Did it arrow down? Is there such a thing? Yes, so the feet are a little bit darker brown. Makes sense. Perfectly logical. Here's one footsie. There's two footsie. And foot number 3. And more feet. There, now we got some feet. And we got some more shape over there. Is it a flock of sheep? A herd of cows? I don't know. Is that what you call it? Without a whole bunch of sheep together. Noisy, yeah. Well, you definitely don't have to mow the lawn if you have sheep, because they will do it for you. They get nice and chubby. You're supposed to lose weight from eating of vegetables, and how come these animals get fat from eating just vegetables? I always did wonder about that. I guess their digestive system is different or something like that. Just a thought that popped into my head. You know, sometimes ridiculous things pop into my head. Yeah, you know that by now. Okay. I strongly doubt if that's an eye. Once one of these right there, don't ask me why. That's supposed to be an eye. Okay. That's what you want, that's what you get. Okay. And there's one there. And what is this mess? Sometimes you get rubbish very rarely. So that's an eye. Okay. Fine with me. So our sheep are looking. Okay. So we only need one of that. Fantastic. Well, there's another one right there. Missed that. There's a wedding going on, beeping horns outside. Wonderful. Okay. Yeah, we have a few over here. That's a different. It's a different symbol. So we're missing a dot right there. The dot symbol. Okay. And this is one that goes that way. And our sheep has another brown color. Hue of brown, whatever this color is. Different color legs. Maybe it's a tail. I won't be able to tell until I step back and take a look at the canvas. You can probably see better than I can. For some reason, my LED light decided to not work. I don't know why. Well, these have to wait to be straightened out until I put the drills next to them, because I have to see what's wrong with this light. Because right now I'm having trouble seeing anything. I'm sure you are not seeing that much either. Absolutely adorable. Thank you very much for spending time with me this Saturday afternoon. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy. Please hit the like and the subscribe button. Thank you very much. I will see you tomorrow afternoon. Bye for now. Take care. Bye.